Several times after I died, you woke up and I was in the room with you. You told your sister it felt absolutely real. That's because it was real. I was there. I tried to convince you with your life.
What's next?
That's me. Eventually, if it cross over, the only question was how long it would take you to give up this world.
Cross over to where?
I don't know what to call it. Another state of consciousness. Unlike anything we ever could have imagined in life. It's not a fright, Catherine. It's full of joy and indescribable wonder.
Welcome. Let me get this off the screen. That is just rude of me. More and rude. Hey, buddy. And Dan, can I hear you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
That's my Polly Short.
I appreciate it. I was trying to pinpoint who you're talking about. I like the candle you added to your background there, buddy.
It was there the whole time, but we just didn't zoom in enough where it could be seen. I also had some incense going. I don't know. Got a bunch of elephants. Thank you.
That's some nice feng shui.
Thanks.
All right. I am going to open the tavern door. Thank you, everybody. We are starting an episode of Tavern Talk. We have special guests. I'm glad you're with us. Boom. The tavern door is open. Brother Dan, you want to describe this place?
Yep. This is so when you walk up, there's a sign called the Golden Sashes. But everyone in the know and around town.
Wait, Brother Dan, I made a mistake.
Yep.
Let me try that again. I'm going to share screen. Boom. Here we go. I need to start over. It's very crucial we get this timing down. We are opening the tavern door. Thank you. Look at this place. Now, Brother Dan, would you describe this place for us?
Yeah, full screen us again.
Boom.
There we go. So, all right. So there's a sign outside that says the golden sashes, and it has a woman with like these ribbons in her hair. She has brown hair, but they're yellow ribbons. But everyone around town calls it the Bloody Ashes. It's kind of a place where whatever you need around town, you can probably find here. There's a interesting clientele here. Some markedly professional looking and top scale, and others decidedly kind of on the more seedy appearance, but everyone is commingling and getting along fine. And there is no violence. I haven't seen a fist fight once. There's a couple guards, but there's no cudgels in their hands. So it seems like this is a pretty peaceful place, regardless of who it is. So let's eliminate first impressions.
And look at all these patrons who just popped in.
Oh, shit. We got a horse. We got a studious man, and we got a Santa Claus. What the fuck just happened?
What is going on? All right, let's zoom this
in. Quit horsing around.
It's just...
but it's not Bella, it's loaded!
Definitely not Bella. I like the Bella, though.
I thought we had some stellar special effects going on.
That was actually Kips.
Welcome back, Rob from Malkier Talks.
How you doing?
Definitely Not Odin. And our new guest here is from the TwotCast. We have Tom. Holy cow, guys.
Awesome. Welcome, buddy. Oh, look at the gratuitous mug flex. All right. Who here has a Dusty Wheel mug?
Oh, I got one of those. It's not a Dusty mug.
Oh, what is that? Oh, it's your own, man. Everyone. So where could we find one of those amazing...
That's an even fatter mug flex, is your own mug.
But hey, nerd. Hey, nerd. Hey, nerd. Why don't you tell me where that stupid mug comes from, nerd? What do you get your head out of the books and tell me what's really going on? How can I find one of them?
I think this is the sexiest look I've ever seen on Rob, by the way. This is working for you, buddy. Holy moly, this works.
This is very
this is I like the many pens.
Do you have an actual pocket protector in there?
Not just mini pens.
It's a weave. He just has a weave.
This is especially for you, Lesby.
All right. I will stop the nerd bashing. It was just an instinct came over me.
Or maybe I'm with you, Jenny. I think it's sexy.
I mean, just going with the Dusty Mug stuff. I have a regular Dusty Mug.
There it is.
And a frosted one. But
that's
my own one this evening, so yeah.
Beautiful. It looks like Rob could just jump into a phone booth at any time and rip open his shirt and have a big old S.
I have a special tie as well.
It's
It has a not from Wheel of Time, but it has a dragon on it.
Ooh, nice.
oh.
What's going on? Should I go get my
Ooh.
glasses?
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that?
We encourage costume changes.
Do you like my Rob cosplay?
Oh, do I need to go put in? Oh, I'll go put a
Very
costume-
nice.
If I've got to put a costume on, I'll go put a costume on. Like I thought, I could just turn up in my normal clothes, you know. But okay.
This is what
All right,
Very
ta-
nice.
Tavern
Let's hear it.
talk, where lips get loose and rumors fly like pigeons out of Mike Tyson's cages.
Right. Go ahead. Do
Oh,
we
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do a quick question, like a three-way
Ha-
quick questions?
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready for it.
It's just regular dust. I have a dusty mug. It's like up there somewhere. All right, guys. Here's what part of the welcome. You get a song. I included you in the song, Tom. By the way.
I missed it.
Yeah, no, you'll catch it later, I'm sure.
When you watch the
I doubt
replay,
it.
Obviously.
Anyways, we also do a quick five questions where they're mostly Wheel of Time based, but some may or may not be. But I'm going to ask you guys, and did I ask you through 5 questions last time, Rob?
I had
don't think so.
a conversation the other night about this. I am the only guest who's been on who did not get asked 5 questions.
Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, that was an oversight, and I'm glad that we're correcting it now. So,
Sorry, chef.
Yeah, sorry, chef. Are we ready? I will ask our non-Americans first. Have you ever been to America?
No.
Yes.
Where have you been?
I've been to Wisconsin. I've been to Florida. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Chicago. And that's it so far.
Right on. Has anyone here ever been to Australia?
Yes.
Well,
I have.
besides you,
I have
my
too.
friend. You have? You've been to Australia?
I went to Brisbane for a week.
Awesome. Okay, and Tom, have you, rounding up to the top 5, how many countries have you visited besides U.S.?
One.
One. Oh, which one? Ireland. Okay. Never been to
think that's it.
Mexico or Canada?
No, we're going to Italy this summer, and I guess I'm in Las Vegas for work right now, so I could maybe drive down to Mexico. Seems like a safe thing to do.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right,
Sure,
number 2.
everyone in Tijuana is responsible right now.
We'll start with you, Rob. Have you ever seen a proper palace?
I have, yes.
Okay. Tom, have you ever seen a proper palace?
I don't believe so.
Noden? Same question?
Well, my cat has this litter box, which is
Okay.
pretty much a palace. We call it the Poop Palace.
Is it the proper palace?
Does that count?
I didn't say shit palace. I said proper.
Well, does Valhalla count? I mean, what?
Rob, what palace have you seen?
I was in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, that's a proper palace. Yeah. Okay.
Right when
Rob,
you
I'm
said
gonna-
that, Rob,
That
that was
it-
put. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, Chelsea,
Yeah.
pop that straight in the chat.
What happens in Buckingham Palace? That sounds pretty dirty.
Yeah, baby.
Well, there's a salted pig. There is, an angry horse jumping around, and that's all I'm at liberty to reveal at this stage.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a Fight Club type thing. So
Hey, brother Dan, I've been
That's me.
I've been to medieval times and White Castle.
When I want a white hamburger, I go to White
Castle.
Castle. Hold it now. All right, number 3, and I know this answer for you, Rob. This isn't, but have you ever? And we'll start with you, Tom. Have you ever eaten anything you would consider a honey cake?
No. No, I don't
Okay.
think so. A honey bun. I've had one of
Okay.
those.
Yeah.
Honey bun.
half of
Okay.
it.
Little Debbie. Yeah.
No,
No, never mind. Yeah, I've definitely done it.
No,
Little Debbie. I was about to say, did she? Never mind. Little Debbie.
No,
great.
finish that. Finish that.
Was it consensual?
yeah.
Tom,
Here's the
you
question.
lied about that.
Castles
saw
are
castles
proper
and-
palace.
Touche, I'll get rid of
Yes,
that.
if we saw a proper palace.
Consider yourself told, Joe. Sorry.
Beautiful. Metaphorically speaking.
No,
Unless
have you
you're
ever
watching
eaten
but
a honey
not doing
cake?
I do not believe I have. I might have. I don't know. I
I-
eat a lot of things.
I have not eaten what I would call a honey cake. I know that Rob has made honey cakes. How were they, man?
Delicious.
Did they
You can
smell?
share them with me?
Did they smell distinctive? Because Rand walks in and he's like, "Oh fuck, honey cakes,
Yeah.
yeah baby."
Yeah, I would say so. I will eventually redo that video because I made a boo-boo and used plain flour instead of self-raising. So it was like a gold bar as opposed to like a honey cake. So I feel like the smell would have escaped more had it been a fluffier cake. But it was
Okay.
scrumptious nonetheless, and it had a delicious taste. So,
Tom, you got called out right here.
we already brought that up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, once again.
All right, the response
Oh.
is fine, an emphatic fine. That's a response. My
Fine.
goodness, I got a lot going on, bro.
All right, we're on
Okay,
question
castle's
4.
not a
We're on question
palace.
4. Noden, do you have any circus skills? I will include Rubik's Cube, juggling. Magic would work if it was better than that. That was unconvincing. I will say tightrope. I will say being able to do like a backflip. I'll throw any of that shit in.
I can fall on my face very, very well. And also I can make people win battles, but that's another time. That's another story.
You can talk to ravens or crows.
Oh, come on, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, joined by a dragon.
I'm here. I want to show
Rob.
you how to find people of the internet.
Rob, same question to you. What circuit skills do you have?
I can mildly juggle, although I've just been thinking about what I have in the house, and I have nothing that's juggleable.
Okay, I
So-
believe you. We don't need proof.
And when I say juggle, it's like, go for about 5 seconds, and then I start dropping them. So, and
Well,
it's only
Matt
three.
was doing 6 balls. You're talking 3 things?
Yeah, just 3 balls. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay.
You don't have 3 balls.
Well, some do.
You don't.
Let's not discriminate.
Moving right up.
Tom,
Sounds like an evolutionary leap.
please tell me that you have a circus skill of some sort. I mean, if you can do a crossword really fast, if you can jump rope or hula hoop for a real long time,
I do
something.
that thing in the circus where it's between acts and the guy walks out with a bottle and he's drunk and he like almost gets eaten by a tiger and stepped on by an elephant and like falls into the fire pit even though the audience goes crazy and you think it's real but it's really not. I'm also skinny enough to maybe pass as a bearded lady. That's about it.
Okay. So no skills, perhaps a persona per se that you can embrace. Okay,
Yeah,
and
maybe more
finally, and we will start. We'll start with you, Tom. You have 2 hours to have beers with Lan or Tam Althor.
I think
Who do you
Tam.
pick?
Tam. Lan's
Tam-
pretty humorless. Doesn't seem like it would be a
Okay.
very good time.
Okay. Well, you did. I bet you he gets a lot of information from like common rooms. I bet you he's a riot.
I'm
doesn't
not
feel
taking
like
that one down. I can just stay there, nude and petting the pussy. So,
Rob, you have 2 hours to have drinks with one man, Lan.
gotta be Tam.
Tam.
Tam easy. Yeah, the stories Tam could tell you. Lan would just be like, it would be interesting, I'm sure, but it would be war stories if anything. Tam,
That would be
you
great.
could have some
Okay.
adventures, and I bet you Tam likes to dabble in the drink,
Well, he is a brewer,
mhm.
so he's not a teetotaler by any means. All right,
Yeah.
Noden, you pick.
Yeah, I would definitely pick Tam because as much as I love Lan, I don't think we'd get along.
Okay.
And
Is there
also,
any- Go ahead.
I'd try and start a dad joke competition.
Is there any
Someone
male
say Tam
character?
jokes?
Yes.
Is there any non-magical character that is a male that you would rather have 2 hours of drinks with besides Tam Althor?
Tom Maryland.
Oh, Tom. Oh, okay. Then I'm going to change my question next time from Land to Tom. That's a good one. So, does Tom compare with you guys?
I feel like there's too much material for Tom to make fun of me, so I.
No.
Yeah.
Only
He's
to
a head.
get right.
He'll just echo.
Yes.
We have a
Tom
suggestion
kinda-
from chat.
Uh-huh.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Oh god.
I got to tell you, rereading this first, Gowan only shows up in one chapter, and he is charming as heck, man. His issues show up later, but this one chapter, he's like Rand's chum. Like all this shit's going on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's just the last guard. Oh yeah, that's a lie. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna cut your head off."
I'm sensing someone's biased here on
I
Gowan
know-
in the Eye of the World. I can't think why.
Yeah, he's highly motivated to reinterpret our emotional reaction.
Yeah,
to
well,
Gowan
just
now.
beautiful puppets.
Let's love Gowan pup. I mean, just Gowan Trekkhand. Anyways, so guys, how's everyone doing? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Scandalous, guys. So during the break, sorry to interrupt. During the break, Jenny ran off and was like, "Good, I'm going to go take a shower." And then she's making dirty jokes, and MK's like, "Oh, I thought you took a shower. You're being really dirty." And then it's getting really scandalous because apparently Nerdy was
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
Well, we can fix that.
Maybe she was live streaming.
That was the Patreon content, was it?
Puppets are down for anything. We have such open minds.
So this is gonna sound really weird, but Rand is sniffing my foot. Context, that's the name of my cat.
What?
That's a great name. Does it have is it missing its right paw or left paw?
No, but he does like to jump in boxes.
I mean, you can fix that real fast.
Yeah.
Just like you're not really Odin, the cat is not really Rand because the cat likes to be in a box.
You're right.
No, I feel like he's gotten over his trauma on that, and he can now joke about it.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that was fucked up, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Boy, that really traumatized me, right? Oh.
Yeah, but a question in regards to the kitty: does he keep crossing the courtyard?
He does.
All right, I got a question. Let's get a little bit serious. Let's dive into the text here.
I'm serious.
What the F happened with, so let me start over. Woo!
Rob's ready to get serious.
All right, so now
I'm ready to research it.
Is the Green Man and the Green Man Land a fixed point, or is it moving around? And if it is moving around, how is that fit within the metaphysics and canon of the whole series? And if it's a fixed point, what is this phenomenon where everyone seems to find it at different places?
Yeah, I feel like
It's good that you jumped right in.
No, hey, we're all pros here. Come on, Tom, you've read this story on air how many times?
No, I've never heard that question before.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think,
take your time.
Maybe it's centered around the Green Man. So as he moves, it moves.
Okay. Chancey says the Green Man is actually in Tel'aran'rhiod.
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you can go first.
Could no? Give me your theory first. Mine kind of redirects.
Okay, full screen, cool. All right.
Yeah, I would like that.
I just love doing that. Sorry.
Just kidding.
Unamused.
Beautiful. No, I think that Green Man Land, as we're going to call it, is a dream shard that is unattached in the physical realm, and it moves in the Blight, because I also think the Blight is partially in Tel'aran'rhiod, and that's why it's stuck in the Blight and never leaves, and that's why Need pulls the dream shard towards you no matter where you are in the Blight.
Oh,
goodness. Oh goodness.
okay, so that was better than what I was thinking. Not bad.
So, do you think that there was a chance, hypothetically, that Moraine's presence could have fucked this whole thing up, because the hard rule was you can only go once? And could it have been that she, like, yeah, sure, there's Need, but sorry, Mo, you already came. That's the rule. Reading back, I'm thinking, yeah, she's so sure that she's like, yeah, my need now is greater than it was before, so he'll see me for sure. And it worked, but could she have been a liability?
It's possible. It's almost irresponsible that she went. She should have stayed behind, maybe.
Right. They all had the same need.
Yeah, but like I think what really fucked the whole thing up was kind of the Forsaken being involved. I feel like if one person can find the Green Man with Need, why not the Shadow peeps?
Right, they just kind of creep in and go, "Oh, you left the door open."
Yep.
Right.
Well, they're like, we need the Eye of the World, so
Yeah.
you know,
Right,
like
no.
Manfred turned up, she can't use the Eye of the World. So.
We really needed to follow them.
All right, guys, real quick. We have this comment. I think that the Blight and the Olgier Steading are coterminous with Tel'aran'rhiod. And if you two were confused about what coterminous is, here is the definition.
Thank God.
Having the same boundaries or extent in space, time, or meaning. Coterminous.
This is Chansonnee's purpose in the fandom, to educate us with large words that we can then use in sentences and articulate and just sound very, very clever. When seriously, we're just stealing her brain in small pieces.
Yeah, I like to
learn.
I sometimes use words that are very long and I don't fully understand to make myself sound more photosynthesis.
Yeah, I was particularly hoping that she had like that was a made up word like kofefi, but nope, fuck it, it's a word.
Kofefi.
And it is the word of the day.
Coterminous.
Well, you know, yeah, it's like Land's an anti-disciplinarianist. So, you know, there's that.
You just showed me the definition of that word, and I'm reading the comment, and I still don't understand what it means.
They share the same space and area. So the blight and the steadings are a blight is like the opposite steading. Is like a steading of shit instead of steading of good. Right? I mean, that's kind of what
it's a steading of droopy trees.
Droopy trees instead of strong, vigorous.
That they are all of the same thing with Tel'aran'rhiod. So, like the Blight has the same properties, Olgier have the same properties, the Olgier Steading all have the same properties. They're all in the same space, as if like so. If you're eating a Whopper, it's like the lettuce layer,
It's awesome.
and Rand's the meat, and Rand lands the meat layer.
So, do we hear about any Ogier Dreamwalkers at all, or do Ogier inhabit the dreams at all?
Do Ogier's dream?
Well, there's dream, but then there's
dream
like
of electric
dream. Yeah. Thank you, Philip K.
Richard.
Dickhead. No.
I mean,
it was funny. It was funny. I didn't want to call you dickhead, but it's
man.
Oh no,
funny.
He's never coming back.
It was so funny though. Come on. You know what? It's worth it. I can't. My life for the joke. I try to stop myself. Even.
Oh, like don't worry about stopping yourself from making fun of me. It's like it's actually hard not to.
We love you, and every time you leave, we miss you.
Whereas normally Tel'aran'rhiod is a different realm from the waking world with the Blight and Olgier Steading. They exist simultaneously. Thank you for the comments. It really helps with me reading flowingly.
Nice.
Very spice.
I never
so
really.
that would
I
explain.
never pictured the blight that way at all, to be honest.
So
I pictured the blight was like the desert was like Palm Springs. I lived in California, and there was the fucking blight right over the mountains.
Sorry,
There was the blight.
Chancey, explain how that is now okay. So how does that relate to my question, which is the eye of the world a fixed point and everyone's experiencing it in different ways to get there, or is it a moving point? And how does being Tel'aran'rhiod properties matter? Is it like a sort of will magic situation? What's going on there?
Oh, we can't hear you, Rob.
Sorry, I muted because I was coughing a minute ago. Will and need are kind of interchangeable terms, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
So you use will or need in Tel'aran'rhiod to find something, and you can search for the Green Man Land the same way. So it's got to be a dream shard's the only thing that makes sense because it is enclosed. The Green Man can fight off and protect the boundaries of it. It has actual boundaries that the Green Man protects, and the Blight can't get into. Because the Blight doesn't have need, the Blight just exists. So,
What? But we do have the Forsaken that do go in there. So what? How is it that the Blight cannot? Like this worm is chasing them. They're like, oh shit, battle to the death. All right, Rand's about to turn around and die, and suddenly it's just green everywhere. And do they just disappear?
Well, yeah, they disappear into the dream shards. You don't need the worm is not chasing them because it's like, I need these people. It's chasing them because it's like, oh, there's something for me to eat and destroy and just decimate, basically.
I mean, deep down inside, though, doesn't the worm need the Green Man? Really? Doesn't it really need?
It really needs that food.
It needs that healing touch. Maybe if the Green Man would give it a good rub down, get to its chakra points, it would be like a happy worm.
Yeah, I think the worm was chasing them because they forgot to walk without rhythm.
Oh,
that's a good point.
No.
Forgetting to, they forgot to mimic the sounds of the desert. But, yeah.
Is that a Dune reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was poetry, man. I was like, holy shit.
Hold on. Where's that
bring
coming
poetry. I know. So this is a great point. You can enter Tel'aran'rhiod physically, and you could use need to navigate Tel'aran'rhiod. The fact that you could use need in the Blight is significant. So you think the Blight is being changed by your need, or is it the where the Eye of the World is? Because they keep saying the Eye of the World is where you need it to be.
So I think
bring her in
Tel'aran'rhiod, where you use need and you move towards it. In the Blight, you use need and it pulls the Dream Shard towards you. So it doesn't matter where you go. If your need is strong enough, it senses that you need the Green Man Land and it pulls it towards you.
In physical space time?
Physical space time, yes.
So let me ask you a question.
Wait, go on, Tom.
Go ahead, Tom.
The person most qualified to answer this question is just leaving comments, and we're all sitting here.
Yeah, well, bring her in. Bring her in. She was on last week, just this week. So let me ask you then. In theory, let's say Rand just showed up to the village after winter night. He's dragging his dad by the litter. He goes to the village wisdom. Village wisdom's like, sorry, I can't help. The mayor's like, sorry, I can't help. If the Green Man was just right over there, or I mean, would that?
It only exists in the Blight. That's said in the books.
Okay. So okay.
That's why they travel.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, that's why they travel to the Borderlands and then have to go into the Blight because.
But would that have worked if he was in the Blight? If he was like, oh, I need to save my dad. My dad, he's gonna die.
Possibly.
Would the Green Man have been like, hey, buddy, need me to save him?
All right. Well, okay. I'm going to pop up these comments, and then I want everyone to address Rob's point specifically. So Shancy says, basically, any place that doesn't exist in Teleran makes me think it's been supplanted by a hybrid space, which is Silicon Valley, which is some properties of Teleran, but not all of them. And then Dana Lou comes in and says, you attract the eye to you like dreamers in the gap of infinity, which is also Tar adjacent. I like that. Tar
the Green Man doesn't exist then in the normal realm until someone with need shows up in the blight.
No, he exists in a dream shard. So he's in the dream shard. You pull the dream shard to you, and then you enter the dream shard as well.
And what does he do? Just sit there?
He protects the eye of the world and cultivates his plants and grows his great trees and such.
At this point, I'm starting to think that the Grey Man is actually just a deep state conspiracy.
Okay, go on.
Just like that dang movie. Yeah.
Is this now an episode of Loose Change?
Also, if you were to trust a fart in Teleran Riod, would that make it a dream shard?
Oh, a wet fart?
Dream shard.
I got you. No, I'm picking up what you're shitting.
I understand, and it's not funny.
No, it was good. I laugh. I'm still laughing.
I was laughing, but a car was
now.
Yeah.
I have the audiobook, and Loyal goes, "Oh, this smells like pho. It smells like pho." And I'm like, why is he attacking a culture's food?
Pho. Yeah, he doesn't like Vietnamese. He doesn't like Vietnamese food. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's crazy.
I hate Vietnamese soup. Oh,
it smells like pho.
I think he was trying to do a Cat Swain impression, but wasn't quite getting it. It smells like.
All right, so Chad, let's talk about the Dream Shard. I want some opinions. Is the Green Man just kind of cruising around in some sort of portable Dream Shard? Oh, is it? Oh, they're giving you a Dream Shard. Yeah, that's what they say about it.
I think that's canon now.
Yeah, chance they just resetting the canon. I love it.
I do love how we can still argue about this 20 years later. I mean, Tom's read this book 20 times plus, and I asked a question that he's never heard before. First, kudos to me. Mwah. But also, how are we still not?
Kiss. Mwah.
And it's not. And again, I love how this is not because it's a mistake. It's a puzzle we haven't figured out. I think Chancey might be onto something, but I also like this idea of some sort of Jetson style bubble of dream, moves around when you need it.
We don't really have the Eye of the World in the rest of the series, right? It just gets all dried up. We find all the stuff at the bottom, and that's it. It's bone out. The Green Man dies, and there is no there's no Dream Shard.
Yep.
Yeah, you used it all up.
It's all gone. I mean, it was put together to protect the Eye of the World. The Eye of the World was specifically put aside because it was needed. It was someone had a foretelling that this would be needed. So they took Kalendor, they took the Dragon Banner, and they put it in a pool of pure Sidene.
Well, hold on. So he says that he's been there for turnings and turnings and turnings.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's described in the IO when you get the IO histories, they talk about it.
Isn't he in the field singing with everybody?
He's Nemeshto, isn't it?
Samshta.
That's it, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I pronounced
So
it
you
correctly.
just brought up the history of the Aiels?
Maybe that's when he just comes out to sing and then he goes back home later.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you just kind of
the companion Green Man.
Yeah. Please do. I think this is great. I'm glad. Okay, so and then we get to the eye, and literally, fucking dumbass Matt kicks a rock into the Eye of the World. that could he doesn't know that if that's gonna like ignite like a nuclear explosion.
Right.
He doesn't know
Right. Oh no!
Did anyone else read that and then just get like Merry vibes or Pippin, whoever it was, and just like plays with that little arrow and the whole thing falls over? Like, fall of a truck. Throw yourself next time in.
Full of a toque. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I watched that 2 days ago when I was feeling crappy, curled up on the couch, and I actually watched the first Lord of the Rings movie. You know?
So yeah, Pippin actually saved the entire world, because if he didn't make that noise and awaken the Balrog, Gandalf wouldn't have died and come back more powerful. And yeah, and if Gandalf didn't die, the party would likely not have split. So that Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli can have their little adventures and saving kingdoms and that, destroying Isengard and that.
Yeah.
All right, so there's not much for semester when I look it up, but the Eye of the World, a concentrated pool of pure Sidene created by Aes Sedai using both Sidene and Sedar during the breaking. Many Aes Sedai died in its making. It was ultimately located in the Blight and guarded by the Green Man. It was destroyed when it fulfilled its purpose related to the Dragon Reborn. So the eye was made during the breaking. So, and the Green Man was given it to guard then. He may have had his land prior to that.
We see them making the plans to do that.
I mean, what was the freaking purpose?
Wait, isn't he in the room, the Green Man, when they're making those plans?
Yeah, I thought the Green Man was Semester.
Yeah, so he's there when they're making the plans to create that space.
But somehow,
well, also, I guess we have to remember that he's got that
yeah.
scar on his head. He's going a little senile. So when he says he's been there for turnings, he's an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
No, yeah, which is a very good point. You almost instinctively want to trust him because he's just like going around like healing squashed snails and shit. But like,
he's like, the creator won't mind if I just help a little.
So what is this? The purpose of the eye? What did it do?
I think it's there to maybe somebody had a foretelling or something along those lines that the Dragon Reborn would need it to. Rand's not ready to face Forsaken yet. I think it's there to help him get past these guys.
But how? Like, what did it do? It just they're like kind of there, and then they get attacked, and then like some battle happens, and then like boom, it's over. The dude died. Was it that? Just is it literally the purpose after all this time was just for two Forsaken to get there, and one of them get killed, and that's it?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Fucking
to help him survive.
Dumb.
to take that power. Otherwise, he's not able to channel enough power to face Forsaken this early on.
Yeah, perhaps it allowed him to channel that much safely.
Yeah.
You know, if he channeled that much of regular Sidene with the taint, it would have destroyed him.
Yeah, without it, the Borderlands might be overrun and the Dragon Reborn might be dead.
But this is just pure supposition. Like, at some point he was able to see the cord. Like, whatever goes on, like in the Magic Land, is he being somehow fueled by that? Like, because it starts in the Dream Shard, so it can still somehow affect him, even though he's not physically close to it. What happened? Like, there's no mention of him getting like juiced up in any way. No, like, oh my god, that feels great. Like the fucking eyes, like give me some like magic shit. It's just like they're looking at it and then they get attacked, right? Chat, help me out.
It's like Bean Joe Green drinking a Coke. Thanks, kid.
And then it's kind of weird because then another weird point is like you start book 2 and they like literally never mention that this magical being from all of eternity, like the last of its line, died to save them. They don't even like lament it. They don't even sit around and be like, oh man.
No, Loyal sings to the great tree where the Green Man made grow with his dying breath.
No, in book 2?
Not in book, but at the end of book 1. So that's
they mourned. There's like done. Like I just thought it was weird. Like that was like the hugest event in like the history of mankind up to that point. It seems, and they're just like they move on. Like they don't even sit around like at the campfire and be like, God, remember that Green Man? Like remember that monster hug? Like
yeah, but
there is also like a month between the Eye of the World and the Great Hunt. So
yeah,
So they're
Had
like,
plenty of
had
time
all,
to think about it.
you
Yeah,
think at some
it's-
point they'd be like, hey, you want a green man? And they go up to hug each other. It's like, it's got to be somewhere, but nope, nothing.
You would think at some point in like book 10 or something, even like Matt and Perrin would get a drink and be like, "Man, remember that guy that was made of vegetables? That was fucking weird."
Yeah.
Right. Or Loyal's like, I miss him.
Like walk around in a desert, be like, God, I wish a green man was here to give me some shade. Something. Nothing. Anyways, God, I'm just getting a lot of blank stares. This is the level we bring it, guys. You ready? Tavern Talk. Rand. Dana Lou says, Rand also used the eye to seriously hurt the Shadow by destroying so many of their forces at Tarwin Gap. So you believe, okay, so Dana Lou believes Rand was fueled by the eye. All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Correct. Yeah, because all the forces just got wiped out. I think it was like Algamar's like, I don't know what happened. We were about to get fucked up, and suddenly they just all died.
Yeah, there
Cool,
was
right?
that glowing figure that just took them out, sort of thing. And
Oh man, let's take a second and look at this beautiful, beautiful sunset.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like
man.
the Christmas fairy lights too.
Deep breath. Deep breath out. All right.
How many shades of purple are there?
This is ridiculous. It just blends perfectly. No art. Yeah.
At least four. At least 4 shades of purple.
Tree, can you do that in one of your paintings?
I bet you could.
All right.
Tree,
So
screenshot
Tree,
paint that for us now.
all right. Shout out to Tree. She publicly agreed to create a new background for Tavern Talk. So thank you. We'll talk about what that maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'd be like the thumbnails we use for Tavern Talk, whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, and speaking of a tree and hanging out and art and such, Rob, do you want to spend a minute talking about the marathon video podcasting you are doing this coming up next weekend, right?
Well, yes, I would love to do that.
Yeah, please, thank you. I didn't introduce you well, but go on.
No, that's fine. So, for those of you unaware, and spotlight. Hey, sorry, let me hear spotlight. I'm just going to sunbathe here for a minute. Sorry, this is lovely. So next weekend we are doing starting on Friday actually. So sooner than next weekend, really, at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are starting a 24-hour charity live stream, much like the podcastathon that he's not here right now, but Tom did in July. Mm-hmm. We are aiming to raise $5,000 for the Lightweaver Foundation, a charity set up by Brandon and Emily Sanderson. It provides much needed essentials to people without them, things such as food, water, clothing, shelter, and they also give access to books for those without access to books because they believe that will increase people's well-being and help community as a whole. And they do that both on a local and international scale. And so we're aiming to raise money for them. We have probably about 30 different content creators, even though there's only 24 hours, they're all squeezed into each other's shows. The Leaf Boys are appearing with Vance the Gleeman, for example. I believe you guys are on at 11 o'clock, if I remember correctly. And there's so many things going on. There's artwork by the lovely Tree and her Treehouse group. They're playing.
Actually, we're joining Tree as well. We are playing Pictionary with Tree.
Yeah, the Leafy Boys are joining them to play Pictionary. We have artwork being done. We have music. We have first-time readers. We have experienced podcasters doing live episodes. We have people doing deep dives onto is Rand's like a savior figure like Jesus Christ or something from Morgan Podcast Dragon. She's dabbling things like that. Just a lot of fun. There's guaranteed to be a lot of drinking, a lot of shenanigans. And lots of people you haven't seen before or not seen a lot of. For example, the first time reader I mentioned is also a musician who's creating a Wheel of Time album of his own making. And he will be on at like 6 a.m. or something of that nature.
Oh, that's awesome.
From Argentina. So we have people from Italy, Sweden, Argentina, America, Canada, and we have Lesbian Nerdy in Korea. So we have 6 countries, also in the UK. So we have 7 countries involved. Hopefully next year we can get a few more, but yeah. So come join us.
How exciting.
It's all on my channel because I'm the Muppet who decided to organize everything. Ugh, so much to organize. But yeah, come and join us 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday for 24 hours of chaos and fun. And maybe, the boys will strip again for you if you give enough money.
Were you inspired by Tom's TwotCast-a-thon?
It was Andrew just threw an idea out, and myself and a few others kind of ran with it. And before we knew it, and about 2 hours later, we'd kind of put together the rough process. And then about 48 hours later, we had everything in place, and we're just nailing down the nitty gritties. So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's how we did it.
It's gonna be a fun week. It's gonna be a fun weekend. Good
Oh,
show.
yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah, awesome. Is Vendisalardera? Hold on. Okay, let's go deeper. So, does the green man have sex with trees?
Well,
Definitely.
she heard the Green had a fling, so
Okay. Well, it does have acorn eyes and I don't know what walnut fingers and shit.
I think it would be
other way around.
It would be weird if he didn't have sex with trees.
right.
What would
He's
he be
just
having
sitting
sex with otherwise?
That's a good point.
But how would that work?
Yeah.
Like,
What is the green man's sex then? I guess, man. Sorry.
like others of his species?
Does that make trees green ladies?
I don't know what happened.
So, is the green man proper nomenclature? Shouldn't we just call him by his name? He has a name.
The green.
We're just referring to him by the color of his skin.
It is
Which
pretty
might not be the coolest thing, right?
Just call him Shemester. Yes, you're quite right.
Shemester, yeah, okay.
Like-
I like Shemester better.
Like, aren't they
It's actually a
called the
pretty good name.
Nimrod?
Is that a good name for a green man, or is it a better name for a soda?
It's a name of my desk that I got at IKEA.
All right, Dana Lewis says the green
This is
man.
when Ryan and I are doing the same thing at the
Yeah,
same
we're
time.
both excited to pop this up. The green man is a construct. He was built, not born. But I believe he said something about I was here when it was built, and he remembers it being built, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they talk about it in the Breaking of the World. You see that in the history of the Aiel.
Right. He says, I wasn't made for this, but I'll do it anyways, kind of thing.
yeah.
So who made the green man then?
The Green Man was made in the previous age.
Who made the green man? Who?
Who made the Green Man?
All right,
Where's
now-
Andrew? We need a song. Come on.
I have a really big question. This is going to get even deeper. So, there's a common belief that the Olgier are aliens, and if the Green Man calls the Olgier little brother, is the Green Man an alien?
I hate the. Isn't the Ogier alien thing? Is that in the White Book?
Yeah, I think that's a White Book thing.
Yeah, I can't stand it. I wish I never knew that.
I don't like it either, but
Well, I mean, that's the only way to explain the whole like great stump where they go, okay, we're going to vote to just split.
Well, they come from a different world, a different, like the
Right.
Portal worlds, for example. They come from another one of those.
Right. I would say more portal than.
But aren't those a
alien.
reflection of our world or that world? Like,
all right, guys, help me out here. There's all sorts of words that I'm not getting. This is being popped around. Someshta. Someshta was made by isn't that like cholesterol medication? But yeah, Someshta
Hey,
was,
ask your doctor if Someshta may help you. This may
We've
cause oily stool.
we've made him a soda, a medicine, and a furniture from IKEA so far.
Yeah, bleeding eyeballs, loss of hearing, loss of smell.
I like to imagine old Ace Sedai like going to the grocery store and just loading up at the produce section and then coming back and throwing it all on the table and then sending that table up through the ceiling like Frankenstein and lightning hits it and then they created a dream.
They had a whole thing of like mixed nuts, and they're like, "Let's make the walnuts eyeballs." Oh, let's.
You think that the one guy that went to the store, everybody got like carrots and lettuce and bell peppers, and then the one guy just came back with a bag of nuts, and they're just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You're a green man.
all right, so
He's nuts.
what the hell is Someshta? Can we look this up? For real though, what is Someshta?
Shemester is the Green Man. That's his name.
He's the green man. That's his name. That's what we're calling him now.
All right, see, this is to
Because
help
we
me
don't
out.
like the racial
All right,
overtones.
guys, this is the purpose of Tavern Talk to help me out because I'm an idiot. But
What is?
what
Is
it
Tree's
mean?
mouse.
They
I
keep
like Tree's mouse right here.
They keep saying Nim. Were the Nim just glorified core tree caretakers? What is the Nim?
No, that's
That's
the
his
name
race.
of the species.
What?
Yeah, that's the
Like,
species.
yeah.
Yeah, name of the species. And
How many
Shasta
were
is-
there?
You're blown away. What?
How many were there? How many Nims were there?
I will look that up. I'll see if I can find
And they
it.
just like captured the last one and like put him in a zoo
Oh,
and said, "You got to guard this."
All right, Joe Sohari. Who is this? Is this Joe? Joe, why are you not? I sent him the stream. Anyways, Ogier
I already told him to join.
and I sent him a link. Ogier are trans-dimensional beings. Okay, like as if like they were like living in like the Eelfin world, but somehow like popped in and got trapped here. Is that what you mean? That's why
Don't,
would more. That's what I
don't know
would
if
more.
they're trapped.
All right.
It seems like they can split any time. They just dig the steading, but the longing is kind of a drag, and so they just can't roam around like they used to, right? Kind of.
All right.
I have the Nim from the
All right, tell me
companion.
the secrets of
Oh,
Nim.
thank you.
Nim, yes,
Secret
but
of
they're
Nim.
not mice and rats, so sorry. The Nim, a construct of the Aes Sedai from the Age of Legends, who had the ability to use the one power for the benefit of plants and growing things. The last one was Shemester, also called the Green Man, killed by Balthamar while protecting the Eye of the World. Whilst dying, he killed Balth. Yeah, I don't know why.
So it's like a fucking like a positive golem. Like a golem for good, just something made by magic. What the what?
Yeah.
They're like gardeners. They made gardeners. What
Is
the
it-
hell
okay,
is
is it-
that?
Okay, is it the same way that like
Is this
Demadrid
like
makes
house
like
elves?
those like is it the same way you make fucking Trollocs?
We already
No, they
discussed
were-
how to
they-
make name.
That was breeding. You know, they
Produce
were.
section, Frankenstein later.
Wait,
Say
what's that?
Tom?
Say again,
You
Tom.
broke
Yeah.
up, buddy.
We already discussed how you make the nim. It's the produce section in Frankenstein Lane.
It's
See-
a live produce.
But he was like,
Live
like his girlfriend
produce.
was taking too long shopping, which is just a stupid joke, but I just want to like create the scene. So he's like shopping and his girlfriend's taking too long. He's like, oh my God, it's turning dark. He's turning dark. He's like, F it. And he just lies down in like,
like,
lies down in a pile
Kill
of
me.
oranges and like covers himself real fast.
Kill me. Yeah.
Kill me.
Like
He was going to
I
be made
mean,
of
like-
vegetables and meat, but his significant other took so long just in the produce section when they walked in the door. he just
All right,
gave
so
up.
I'm not crazy. I got one positive. It is a positive golem, like the organic android that uses the power. Are you a green woman, Chancity? You're an organic android.
Joe,
And
I'm
she
going
does
to
have
make
the power.
Joe, I'm going to make a call now. If you don't hop in the stream, we will no longer display your comments.
Oh, the
Yeah,
gauntlet.
the professional.
Did you
like
guys
Joe-
hear that? Hold on.
Hey, if you need to put on makeup, I'm sure you could get that done.
That was the gauntlet being dropped.
I mean, that should be going for Joe, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Just,
want him on the
uh,
show. You just held up the Wheel of Time Companion. He has artwork in that book. That would
Oh,
make
that'd
it.
be really.
What show
Oh,
this?
shit.
Can we show this live? Do you know which one?
I don't know what page it's on.
What page, Joe? You come
Joe,
on the
tell us
stream.
which
And, no.
I will
If
find
Joe
it.
comes on the stream, we will show his pages to the millions and millions of viewers that will eventually watch this. Because that's how YouTube works, right? It just like my credit card bill just goes up exponentially no matter what you do. Look at those eyebrows, bro.
How you like him?
The sexy eyebrows.
All right, what do you
Like
got?
him.
What do you got? Oh yeah, so we're gonna wait. If Joe pops in, we will show his artwork.
do believe this.
Oh, you found it?
Oh, no, you're not meant to. We're meant to get him in, don't
Oh,
we?
it's
Yeah,
gone.
Oh, we just
Oh, that's
well, his was all fucked up and blurry. Oh no, we got it. All right, so Joe, come on in if you want. That'd be great. So I'm just like I'm striking out. You have no answers to any of my questions. You guys all,
I'm
What
just gonna
question have I
say
missed?
a wizard.
and then
did
the crowd. What's that?
What
Go on.
questions have we not answered?
I know nothing. No, you're doing great. I'm just playing around.
Okay, right.
No, but
Okay,
like,
I-
no, wait, no. So you say no. I love you. You have the dream shard. Tom, what do you think? Is it a fixed point? Is Eye of the World a fixed point? And what is this whole phenomenon of them like everyone having different like routes to it?
No, I liked Rob's answer. I'm just going to leave it there because anything that I say otherwise is just going to make me sound like an idiot.
I'll take Rob's answer for 200, please.
But what have you always thought though, or have you just never?
What
Really...
is Rob is right?
It's weird. Like, I don't put that much, I just take it as the book presents it to me, I don't often put that much thought into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically,
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
what
oh,
Tavern
magic,
Talk
cool.
is.
And then I move
Yeah.
on.
Do you feel like you're learning something, Tom?
Yeah, I learned what that one word meant, and now I already forgot what the coterminous. Like I'm good there now.
Really, Tom?
Yeah.
Really, Tom?
Yeah.
I
Louis Dreyfus. Nice.
I also lied. I don't know what coterminous means. We've discussed it like 5 times. I'm still completely lost.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
We can say that the UK has a coterminous relationship between countries, right?
I don't think that's what it means.
No?
All right. Well, no. Let's look.
Like two things existing in the same space.
Coterminous, having the same boundaries or extent in space, time, or meaning. The southern frontier was coterminous with the French Congo colony, which is even
okay.
more.
Well, then Wales in the UK. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, are we in a coterminous space right now?
Digitally, yeah, maybe.
Okay, I love it. Creating
digitally coterminous. Ryan, I got 2 tickets to see digitally coterminous. Do you want to go? Do you want to go with me? We gotta go on Zoom though.
Is that ambient where everyone falls asleep 1 hour in?
No, that's called Skeeter's Band.
Skeeter's Band. All right. So, and then my other question was about the alien. So, Tom, you don't like the alien. Where's this white? That's what it says in the actual white book, that they're just freaking aliens. So it's like, is that canon?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that's canon. How could anybody have sussed that out through the novels, or is that only something that they just kind of tacked on at the end there?
The white book came out pretty early on.
Okay, I remember you guys talking about the book about art, right? You kept talking, right? No, but okay.
Should we?
Shall we
bring him in? We got someone.
We got someone. Are you ready, ladies and gents?
Throw the special guest
to the stream. Special
All
guest.
right, I'm gonna give him the special guest bumper so I could take a smoke.
Hi. Hey, what the fuck? I should have come in late. That was a sweet bumper.
It is a sweet bumper, isn't it?
It is the best, yeah.
That's the rainbow leaves and everything. Hey, Joe, I was my fantasy football nemesis this week. I was going to tell you didn't even fill a spot, my man. Don't quit.
Yeah, I was busy.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were like, well, I'm not doing well. I'm just not.
Oh, I wasn't doing well at all. I haven't been, but that's not why.
Okay. I told Tom, I'm like, hey, tell your brother.
Joe, we're gonna get last place together.
That's what I'm shooting for right now.
Joe, I was not in any way like keeping you out to make you like on purpose. I wasn't like making you sweat it or anything. I just didn't see it.
Oh, no, you're fine. I've been on for like 5 seconds.
So everyone, this is Joe O'Hara. He is part of the TwotCast with Tom. Joe, meet definitely not Odin. I mean, and Rob from Malkier Talks. I'm not sure.
I don't know if I know Rob.
I don't know.
we don't talk to nerds.
I dig it. Yeah, I dig it.
I'm too smart for them.
Yeah,
you may kick sand in his face and knock down his books in the hallway, but you haven't spoken.
Yeah,
to him
check your bank account.
I've got all of like 5 minutes with you guys, but
check
you were yelling at me.
Any more insults to Rob, and your bank account will just lose a 0.
Whoa!
For each, because he's a hacker, he's a professional nerd hacker. So you're giving us 5 minutes. What brings you here, Joe? Besides us, like just
I was just watching the show, watching Tom.
We called you out. We called you
That's
out.
True.
Thanks for watching, man.
Yeah.
You were
Alright,
just so mad that I was just chatting and not in the show for some reason.
So define
that's
that they are
Even
define how they are trans-dimensional beings. You would
That's
put
an
that in the
excellent
chat.
question. I don't know the definition or why that is. I just know it's a thing from the Big White Book, and apparently the Book of Translation isn't like a physical book. It's like their doorway to back where they come from. So when they talk about like opening the book, they're talking about like leaving the earth.
Like E.T. Phone Home.
Oh, so I always
Yeah.
pictured like
a Waygate,
book.
I assume, like something like that. Like, you know,
I pictured it a book that had like special like chants that if they opened the book and then like said the
Very
chant,
possible.
and then like a song or something, then they would like boost off to a planet or something.
yeah.
I
They
thought
never
it was-
really explain it. I don't think it's ever talked about outside of the books themselves. So I mean, you know, who knows?
Do you
I
think
honestly
Sanderson
just thought it
knows?
was like
I think-
English to Spanish dictionary.
Yeah, so basically it's a book with lyrics to a song that'll transport them to another world, and that song is "Come Sail Away" by Styx.
Yeah.
Yes, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
That's what it sort of. I mean, I always got the impression it was similar to like the, you know, when the elves leave Middle Earth kind of thing. Like they sail away to the, you know, the other place, and you know they're never aliens, so to speak. But you know.
Okay, Tom is has a funny face. If I had an emoji like a translator,
I love the hat, Tom.
I
I love the hat.
I like the Joe said sail away in his explanation, and then I was just wondering if, wherever they came from, like was everybody tall? And then they got here and they were just like, "What the fuck?
Where are all these midgets?"
Right. And Shemesta's like, "What up, little dude?"
are they sworn to
if
secrecy?
you're gigantic and you go through a dimensional gateway and you show up and you're like 3 feet taller and bigger than everybody, you just gotta be like, "Man, I'm gonna get laid."
Yeah. You're like the Rock.
Green man getting the carrots.
Are the Ogier then sworn to secrecy about this? Why is no one ever talking about being
All the pussy they're getting.
Oh, you mean the Norwegian the Norwegian mountain cats? No, I'm talking about how much like they're not talking about being fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Do they ever talk about it? Why? I mean, are they just like, hey, we can't admit it to these people because then maybe they'll just like, I don't know, kill us off or something?
Maybe they forgot, or maybe only the elders know.
Are they here by accident?
It does seem. I don't know. I don't know. It might even say that in the White Book. I don't remember.
Were they on a 3-hour cruise?
Yeah,
It's weird. It's weird that an entire race. It's weird that
Gilligan's Island.
It's weird that an entire race called the Nim were created by Aes Sedai. We have Trollocs that have been created; they're evil. We have Myrddraal that have been created, and all these like weird things. But we always think that something that is not organic, that has like the magic to it, is fucked up in a certain way. We don't think that it's going to be a good thing, but the Nim are like the one exception where it's like the good Aes Sedai got together and made a salad bar into a man, and he's like, there's a bunch of them. There were a bunch of them at least.
Yeah. I mean, hey man, like if I could clone my dogs right now and like have a bunch of them and keep cloning them, that's a positive. I'd be stoked. That'd be a positive.
Especially if they're super ass gardeners and like could trim your lawn.
Yeah, I take it for a
Especially if they
walk.
made a vegetable.
The place looks like Disneyland or Edward Scissorhands.
They
or something.
poop and it's like a rose bush.
Yeah, I don't think it's like.
It would be the opposite. You would mow your lawn and then he would take a walk across it and you'd be like, "God damn it, I have to do this all over again."
I just mowed that.
Fucking goats, you know.
It's just super annoying.
It gets out of control. There's good jungles everywhere. You're like, God damn it.
Just where his feet were.
On your walk to the garden.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
like
funny.
I think it's not so much that like just because they were made that instead of born that they're like automatically evil. I think you have to take into account like the purpose they were made for, and I'm assuming they were made for good gardening, naturey stuff.
But they were subservient
nature-y
beings. They were created to serve gardens. I mean, this is almost like house elf shit or
Brother Dan, and
maybe the Yu-Gi-Oh are feeling lonely.
The garden that Rand fell into was lush and plush, and it was aided by the one power.
It was lush and plush.
Aided by Sidon. Sorry, is that the similar kind of thing? Is that a similar?
No, I'm saying if they were created for one purpose and they are sentient beings, then that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, like, freaking Shadowspawn are the created specifically to crush the forces of light, and be evil and bad stuff, kill, murder.
If they were like, hey, we'll create the Nim and you can go be a dentist, you can go be an artist, you can go be a veterinarian, be whatever you want to be, that's fine. But it's like they created them, they're like, no, make our gardens awesome. And this last one, you're like, just guard this.
Specifically, like gardens and shit, like just general, make the world better.
Yeah.
They have magical powers. And they couldn't come up with irrigation. They had to make a vegetable man that could sing a magic song that would make the plants grow.
I think it's more like they don't want to do it.
Right. How about
I feel like too lazy to
have some sprinklers?
I mean,
Daniel says they were made to grow food in conjunction with Aiel and Ogier.
I mean, again, sprinklers
and
fertilizer.
Food. I want to sing a veggie burrito right now.
Yeah, in a society when you're that like advanced, you don't want to actually work and farm for yourselves. You just grow plant guys to do it for you.
Grow a buddy.
Yeah.
Make them out of thin air and still make them sentient, but they still they're slaves.
Yeah, they are slaves. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's
would they have eventually eaten the Nim if they gone completely meatless? And they're just like, what?
Yeah. Like,
can you eat one?
Sort of
reused, renew, recycle Nim.
Like the sort of impression I get from the Age of Legends, anyway, is that they're like they make a big show of being peaceful and being a friggin' utopia, but like secretly on the down low, it's like all sorts of fucked up sort of thing.
Right? They have
sort of like it's sort of like if you all have seen Firefly, how the Alliance is all neat and shiny with their fancy dancy technologies, but really they're doing super secret unethical experiments on peeps.
I like that you use the word shiny when describing something from Firefly.
I mean, it's not completely unrelated because
I like how Rob is sitting there just hacking into a Russian bot farm right now. He's just like, tap, 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 and I'm in. Oh,
Rob is dressed up like somebody that should have perked up immediately at a mention of Firefly.
No, Rob is waiting for insults, and then he's going to attack you.
Rob is dressed like the character in The Flash in the first season when he would wear like some dorky and then just like run real fast. I expect you to just bolt. Actually, Rob has already ran to Norway and back for some anchovies, and we didn't even notice it.
Why anchovies?
Because isn't that their national dish? I don't know.
They all eat them for one of his Aes Sedai pizzas.
Fish and chips.
They all eat bait, right? They eat anchovies and sardines and all that weird stuff, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
you can go to other places other than Norway to like, get anchovies.
Yeah, I can.
But what if you're super fast? Like,
yeah.
Oh man, let's take a.
Yeah, let's look at the background.
Let's take a look. All right, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
That
Las Vegas desert sky.
Oh man,
the
passing of time. Oh, get that ugly. Oh, quickly.
Desert coyote housing.
Who's back? Is Tom back?
Hey Joe, do you want to before you have to leave? I want to make sure you have time to maybe tell everybody how the show's going and what your plans are for the future.
Yeah, you doing anything next weekend?
For TwotCast? Yeah, we are doing something next weekend with Rob.
Oh,
We're doing
awesome.
a Wada Holiday podcastathon, charity podcastathon next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Are you doing a chapter?
Are we doing a what?
Are you doing?
Yeah, what's your chapter going to be?
Are you doing? Is it going to be a reread?
I don't know. Are we
show,
supposed to
or-
be doing a chapter, Rob?
No, you do whatever Wheel of Time thing you want.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
open to
okay.
whatever you
I,
want.
I'm not going to tell you what to do at all. Drunk histories. You do whatever you feel like. So you guys get drunk, do histories. So yeah, whatever you feel is good, you do it. So yeah.
We don't have a thing that we need that we're doing per se. Although Andrew from Black Tower talked to us about maybe coming on the show, so we might just have like a bunch of people on talking about Wheel of Time for fun.
I mean, they like to change words and stuff, so be careful there. Like you might end up like bit, like me.
Yeah.
Bit clean.
I don't know.
Right. There is shaving involved historically.
Yeah,
with the
probably.
Black Tower podcast.
Other than that, we're wrapping up the Great Hunts with our normal episodes now, and then next year, I guess we'll start Dragon Reborn. Matt Hatch from Dusty Wheel will be on.
Very nice.
Oh, right on.
Nice.
Well done.
Do you clean it up when he's on?
No.
Okay.
Are you kidding? I've known Matt for years.
Beautiful.
Excellent. Did you get Matt going with it as well?
You don't call him sir?
What? No, are you kidding? He's beneath me.
Yeah. Please tell me you get Matt involved in the outrageous.
Matt calls us sir.
He's the innkeeper. They're the mayor.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Anyway, thanks for my brief cameo.
Well, thanks for hopping on, man.
Yeah.
You're always
Yeah,
welcome.
I'll come on
brother.
some other time when I actually have time to be on.
Yeah, that'd be
we haven't-
beautiful. Yeah, we'll have all three of you.
All right,
If
sounds
you-
good, guys.
All right,
All right.
take care.
See you later.
See you, Joe.
Bye.
Bye.
And also, fuck you, Tom.
All right.
I miss him.
It's a hard
Oh, I
goodbye.
missed him.
I miss him.
We all miss him.
But I said it first.
All right, so
But our
hey,
aim's getting better.
all right, let's get
Yes, I
controversial.
don't like it.
Let's get controversial.
Yeah, what's this all about?
How troublesome is this?
It means they all deserve respect.
All women can read my mind. All women are Aes Sedai.
I mean, it depends on how you view Aes Sedai. If you view Aes Sedai negatively, then it's a negative sentence. If you view them positively, then it's just like, hey, they're all Aes Sedai. I love Aes Sedai. This is wonderful. So
How is Rand feeling about it when he says it?
In the context, yeah, it is not the most positive thing.
no.
But like, I feel like he was trying to go for like, they're equally as mysterious to me. I cannot figure them out. So they
Manipulative.
must be
all
Aes
fucked
Sedai.
up. I hate them all. I hate them all.
That voice there just made me think of Daleks. Exterminate! Exterminate!
I was going for more of a skeletal sort of.
Oh shit! It instantly got very dark behind you, Tom. It was there was still like a dusk, and suddenly it's just like midnight.
Yeah,
That
sun went down.
hot desert sky. What's the temperature right now?
It's like 55.
Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, that's
it's nice.
high desert. Yeah,
Yeah, my
Also,
Celsius
this hat
brain is panicking
really,
right
really,
now.
really warm.
it does get cold out there, but yeah, I'm glad that that's comfortable.
Wait, you guys think 50 degrees Celsius is cold? Whoa!
hey, bro. We had an F. Like
What's a Celsius?
All right, so is
from
Robert
the book?
Jordan? So now would he have written that line if he wrote this book in 2020? Is this 1992? When did you write this? 92, 89, started 89 or something like that? Is this because
it came out in 90.
Is this one of the more like topically like relevant to the times? And can we give him a pass, or is it just kind of I don't know.
I remember 1990. Yeah, all women were Aes Sedai in 1990. They've changed dramatically, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know that he would have changed anything or much.
Yeah.
He's pretty he's a big dick. Look at this face. So I saw him do a
Look at his face. What a dick.
Yeah. He's like, I'm facing death, and I look at me. I'm still, yeah. Anyways, no, yeah. This guy, he did a book read, and then a signing, and he was so rude, and so like demeaning to the crowd, and I just thought he was just like the most pompous asshole, which is fine. Like, I don't need my artist necessarily. I don't need to like the artist behind the work to love it. Obviously, I've revolved my life around this freaking shit, but he himself, I thought, was kind of a crazy weirdo. But what do you think, Tom?
I met him once very, very briefly to get an autograph. And like, I don't know what to say to people when I'm doing that because it seems weird. And I was getting the autograph for somebody else. So I was just like, oh, hi, this is strange.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Did you feel like welcoming and warm? Did you feel like he was like made it easier for you, or was it just
well, I mean, I approached it like it was weird and awkward because it's strange to ask somebody to write their name on a piece of paper, and I think it seemed like he appreciated that approach, and he was like, all right, yeah, good, okay. And then I just kind of moved on instead of asking him like weird book questions or anything like that.
Okay, but when you saw him talk, what were you thinking about him when he was speaking?
No, I didn't see him speak. It was just a book signing at a bookstore, but I mean, I don't know, just my impression in general. I don't think he would have changed very much about that. I don't think he was. I don't think he would be flowing along with some of the times of the day necessarily.
Yeah, but he is.
If you
go ahead. He is coming from an approach where he is writing from the point of view of a peasant child, more or less, where women are weird in their village. All women are weird except for Mayor Alvir's wife. Nynaeve's weird. Egwin's weird. Even as a 16-year-old, she's all snippy. When they're in the village, the women are weird.
It's not problematic writing if your character has a problematic opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. That's how I see it. I see it that Rand is from this weird provincial thing and can't understand women at all. And he's like, well, they're all like this, I guess. I don't necessarily see it a reflection of RJ.
I mean, it's
right. And first off, means Aes Sedai are manipulative, and then he only knows 2 other girls, and one of them's driving him crazy because he doesn't understand relationships. So he also thinks that she's going crazy. Yeah,
right. And if only he was Aaron.
So I mean, I do want to say,
be able to figure this out.
I don't want to agree. I don't want the way the Leafs stance to be that any opinion can be stated if it's within the character of another person. I don't think that's like where the world's going now, and I don't think I don't think you're going to be seeing that much more in like modern like writing and stuff because they're just going to get like canceled out because the world's not going that way. So I think that's interesting. And also I think it's, but if you have a really, really bad person like obviously I am an obvious bad person. I have obvious wicked thoughts. You can get away with it a little bit easier than you have your main protagonist, the good, like the main guy, the POV kind of making that statement. I think is just a little bit different than saying, but because we got to think about, I'm talking about, for me, this doesn't offend me personally, but I'm talking about the potential impact to like the readers, the new readers that are coming in who are going to be experiencing this book.
Well, I mean, like there's also the fact that he doesn't really know all that much about Aes Sedai at this point. And
all he's told is bad.
Yeah. And I think he's because like in that moment he's very confused as to what's actually going on between Nynaeve and Egwene, because like he's seeing it from the outside, and so he's very confused, and if like at this point he's finding Aes Sedai like i.e. Moraine to be like very mysterious, and I think that's the sort of angle he was thinking about it at.
So he's basically insulting Aes Sedai and not women, more than insulting women by calling them Aes Sedai.
I don't think he's like insulting anyone per se. Just Like yeah, he's a confused. It's very confused. I don't know.
It's think about what he's been told. So Aes Sedai, he's been raised to believe Aes Sedai are evil and corrupted and all these different things. It's like that they're raised to think that tinkers are thieves and are going to steal your stuff and run off with your children.
Yeah, but
so all people who travel in cars are tinkers. It's the same sentence. If that's what he's not saying it like, oh, I've met everyone in the world, I've become cultured, I've traveled, I've had my mind expanded, and I've educated myself, and I think all women are Aes Sedai and evil and corrupted. That's a different moment.
Yeah,
I felt like that was implied, but Dana Lou says I'm not offended by that statement, and I happen to be a woman, and I appreciate that feedback for sure, and I would love any more feedback. I'm not trying to create a problem where it is, but something, but I also do think it could be a springboard for a conversation about how art's changing and how art's being consumed, and how I know as a comedy show we are you kind of bridge some lines that are sensitive. So I think about this stuff often. So, anyways. That's all.
Yeah, but if it is a joke,
a little too often.
This is how it works. Yes.
Yes, and I agree with her next statement. Women are mysterious and unfathomable, because I don't know what that means. Unfathomable.
I think she's saying unfathomable.
I did some
joke,
unfathomable a couple weeks ago.
Really? Did you sprain your back? I've heard that.
No,
that's
surprisingly,
rough on I heard that's rough on the lumbar.
I recommend all of you guys do some unfathomable sometime soon. That's good.
So, Tom, do you have any pet theories? You're kind of like any favorite theories you like to argue with, that you hold that other people don't agree with, but you're like, no, I'm sticking to it.
No, honestly, and I think I kind of said this a little earlier, but I really kind of do just kind of take what the book gives me. And I don't go too crazy with stuff like that. Maybe a sad theory that I think the Big White Book disagrees with, or maybe something else does. I know there's something out there that says it's not true. I used to always think that the worms were either baby or unformed dragons, and that's where dragon came from. Like there used to be dragons in this world, but I think that's been
I've heard that before. Yeah,
I believe that's debunked.
In D&D, a larva dragon is called a worm, but it is spelled with a Y.
Yeah, so that was always my assumption when reading the first book, and I'm like, okay, here we go.
But he made the Mountain of Doom with an H. I mean, it's just one letter off. It's not that
it's a little disappointing that there were no dragons in all of the maps. In fact, this last map around Faldara, there's a dragon in the script around the map itself. Dragons seem to be a part of this world, and we recognize a dragon banner, but there is no reference to a dragon ever. There was no real dragons, and that kind of bums me out.
Yeah, I honestly thought the worms would come into play at the end of the book, or when we actually got fully hatched. Dragons around there that were
just riding a worm.
I also assume the sticks in the blade are all baby Groots, but I don't know if that's
Groot kill.
Odin?
I
forgot.
We got right
about the dragons.
Tarak and doesn't Rand at one point ask once he gets the dragon tats, doesn't he ask what actually is a dragon?
And they're yeah, they just know. They just know what it is. They're not hey, it's a weird snake with legs.
Yeah, but because of the breaking into the world, they only the world only associates the word dragon with Luz Theron Telamon because he's a big fucking guy, and they kind of stopped talking about all the stories that we've had beforehand about Fafnir and other dragons, Smaug, that lot.
Right.
Having a place called Dragon Mountain, I would love to have they're actually dragons up there. I mean, it's like no people go up there unless you have the power.
So let's talk about this. So
Ryan, by the way, Rand does do a bubble of air around his head when he goes to the top of Dragon Mountain. I just remembered that.
Yeah,
so he could go to the moon.
Yeah, he could go anywhere. So you're right. Moraine could have totally done those Rand bubble heads. Shit.
All right, here we go. Dana Lewis says there is a Dragonland creature named Jumara, which Demadrid fights in Shara. That's the full grown form of the worms.
Right. We don't want Komodo dragons. We want real dragons.
Yeah.
Do they breathe fire? If they don't breathe fire, it doesn't count.
So I mean,
Daenerys.
But okay, so in book 1, there is reference to giants, several references to something being made for giants, look like a giant this or something giant, like something made for giants, as if there were like a common knowledge that giants existed. Literally, that's happened in book 1. If we take that and add that to the dragons, there might be this kind of concept that anything we have in fantasy is somehow possible. If it's happened sometime, you can just be like, well, that was one turning. No, that storyline over here, that's another turning, right? Like, there's no giants in this at all. Like, there's no giants bones. We don't find giant bones. We don't find giants. We don't talk to giants. But there is reference to something being made as if it were made for a giant.
I guess.
Do you think? Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Giant amounts of fire that reaches across the world.
Say it again, Odin. Sorry.
Like a giant lance of fire that reaches across the world.
Yeah, the fog and that's the smell of. Yeah. What do you know? Seriously though, what do you think? Like, is there somehow like just the assumption that just because we don't see dragons, it just was happening in a different age, and it's just like a knowledge set that they just carry around with them?
I mean, we did have a comment a second ago that said, "Isn't Randland our world in theory?" So some of that stuff could just be hanging on.
So to that point, do you think that the two rivers believed in leprechauns and shit?
Oh God, I hope so.
I do too. I can see it totally happening.
If that was true, Matt would be spending every single day trying to get to the end of a rainbow.
I mean, isn't Matt? Isn't he actually a leprechaun? Really? Come on, he's that lucky.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I keep thinking I find leprechauns, but they're fucking badgers.
All right, so guys, real quick. So, to the help of my good friend Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, Dana Lou asked, where is the reference for giants? I'm just going to give you one right now. Chapter 35, Camelin. The cart creaked down the wide road toward the city, towards tower-flanked gates. The wagons of a merchant's train rolled out of those gates under a vaulting archway in the stones I could have left a giant through, or 10 giants abreast.
10 giants abreast? I can't wait to that's like my second favorite porn.
I mean, the idea of a giant is not like unique to our imaginations. We're acting like nobody in this universe could have imagined, like, what if there was a really big guy?
So our dragon, our dragons, just
they probably also have legends and stories.
Yeah.
So I mean,
in God's name, did anyone in Randland ever come up with the concept of a really big guy?
So dragons are legends also, right then? Is that what you're saying? Just like made up, just like a giant's made up, you just envision it like, oh, a dragon, like, oh. I would
assume the idea of a dragon would I think the idea of a dragon is a leftover from our society now. I guess we're the second age, right? Or are we the first? Technically.
I can't remember.
Rob,
one interesting thing I'm noticing in this reread is that there seems to be knowledge sets that everyone just kind of carries around with them. And I know that Robert Jordan has mentioned that, there's no churches because the understanding of good and evil is just evident in the world around them. right, which is some really cryptic something to that effect, which is some really cryptic explanation about why these people just kind of know certain things, and I think that's really interesting. I personally believe that people are, I really am getting into this matrix idea that this is kind of like a super computer, seriously, I think there's like downloading, there's like info dumps into people's brains and shit. So I think that on some level, like dragons, they don't exist, but
Are you going QAnon on us right now?
No. But in their world, like it could just be kind of like they understand what dragons are just like they understand that there's light and dark, just that they understand that